Hi guys, and welcome back to Zero's Maverick hunting. Last time we took a look at a game that I got at a dollar store, and it wasn't so great. This time we're going to take a look at a game, or a game compilation, that I actually spent about 10 bucks on. And that, my friends, is the game's Xplosion. It's one of those compilations where it comes with about 121 games, and it's explosive with all its games that are
No!
Unreal, what are you doing here?
Don't you dare make another Og joke. It's getting really old now.
I wasn't.
Oh, Then leave us alone!
Anyways, let's get to the game's Xplosion.
Before we dive into the device itself, let's look at its background. Games Xplosion was developed in 2004 by a company known as Executive Machines Incorporated. They are an office supply company most well known for their paper shredders. The device was made under their Game Essentials banner, where they specialized in handheld puzzle games like Sudoku. I'm starting to see why no one has ever heard of this device before. Not to mention that the information I originally found about this device is no longer on their official website. So yeah, already this isn't looking very promising. Like I said earlier, the game's Xplosion is made up of 121 games programmed into the device. It is powered by 3 AAA batteries in which you have to screw into the back of the controller, which plugs into the audio and video composite ports on your TV. In terms of games for this device, it really comes down to a few types. The device contains racing games, shoot 'em ups, spaceship shooters, side-scrollers, puzzle games, sports games, and just some weird games too. The games on this device range from boring to bad. Not one game on this thing did I ever consider fun at all, and most of them are cheaply made, and done poorly at that. Not to mention some of the games have really odd names, and some of them contain copyrighted material, in the form of sources such as Pokemon, Tom and Jerry, Dragon Ball, Square Enix, Taito, The Tetris Company, Angry Joe, and Disney. I'm sorry, but are these guys trying to get a lawsuit? However, there's one game that is infamous among this collection, and that game is game 63, titled Assart, or Ass Art. Now, before I show you this game, let's think about this title. If I told you about a game called Ass Art, what would you think the game would be about? Well, let's find out.
What? 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 What?
This is the most racist game I've ever seen! The premise of this game is that you're a black slave picking cotton in a cotton field. No! 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 And do you know what the best part is? This game was made back in 2004. So we have a racist game developed in 2004 for a plug-and-play device that was made by an office supply company who specializes in paper shredders! I'm speechless. I'm literally speechless. What am I supposed to say about that? This is officially the most racist video game I've ever played. PETA couldn't make a game this politically incorrect. Hell, the KKK couldn't make a game this bad. I'm sorry if I'm overreacting a bit, but come on! This is just terrible! What more is there to say about this thing? The music and sound effects are terrible. For an 8-bit game collection made in 2004, you'd think we'd be past Atari level sound. But wait, Atari music and sound effects are better than what this thing can do. The graphics are generic and not pleasing to look at. The game contains little to no animations, and when it does, it's usually glitched. There are no redeeming qualities about this thing. It's boring, the games aren't fun, games are duplicated several times with minor differences, it's got a ton of copyrighted imagery, and oh yeah, it's racist too!
My final verdict on this is it's not worth it. You get 121 8-bit games that look like they had barely any effort in it, stolen licenses in the games, games that repeat themselves. This is pretty much just a bigger Action 52. It's just not worth your time. I bought this at a Staples. If you see this, don't even bother with it. Unless you want to get it just because to have a rare type of game, and maybe you want to sell it on eBay or something. I don't know, but this just was not worth it. If you want to get a plug-and-play game console like this, go ahead and get one of the Atari ones. In fact, the Atari Flashback, I think it's called, which is the remake of the Atari 2600, which has all the games built in, is a much better buy than this. It's a little more expensive, but you're going to get a lot more for your buck than you will with this piece of crap. Alright, once again, thanks for watching Zero's Maverick Hunting, and I'll see you on the next show. Peace.
Rejected.